DJ, you go crazy.
DJUTV, let them know who we got in the building.
Balls is back. The Hustla, Cassidy, we here. What's up with you, boy?
Cassidy, what you on, gang?
Happy to be here, man. We out Chicago, man.
Well, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to DJUTV.
Thank you for having me, man.
For sure, man. This interview is sponsored by Authentic Best Buds. That's what we were just smoking on before I interviewed.
Gas in the air.
Yes, shout out to my folks out in Boston.
You see it?
Man, we got Cassidy the Hustler on the couch right now. We ain't gonna act like this just anybody, you know what I'm saying? So when I say we got Cassidy the Hustler, you know? Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
It's a good one on my resume, Fred Money. Yeah.
Money in there.
Yeah. So tell us where you from, Cassidy. We know you from Philly. Tell us what it was like growing up in Philly.
I enjoy growing up in Philly, man. It made me the nigga I am. But I don't know what it's like to grow up anywhere else, so
Right.
you know, I really couldn't let you know what it's like, you know what I mean, compared to nothing else. And when I was growing up, I always thought I had it all. I thought it was the best thing in the world until I grew up, started seeing the world, started traveling around, and then went back to the hood and seen how fucked up it was and how bad I really had it. But when I was growing up, in the midst of that, that's all I knew, and I thought it was, you know what I mean, I thought it was dope.
Word. Tell us about Philadelphia, man. Like, we ain't never been there before, you know? So all we know is like the 76ers. You know what I'm saying? The brother, what they call it, brotherly love, the city of love.
City of brotherly love, yeah, that's
You
what
know?
it's supposed to be.
But tell us about the city of Philadelphia, man.
Tight streets, like the streets is real
Narrow.
tight. Yeah, like where I grew up, half of the car had to be parked on the pavement on the sidewalk because the street was too tight for cars to come down the street. Like those type of blocks, a lot of alleyways. It's grimy, but a lot of culture, a lot of soul. You know what I mean? A lot of good musicians and music come from the city. So people real competitive when it come to music.
Yeah.
When rap started, there was a lot of lyricists, a lot of people dedicating to being nice. So it's like a battle rap environment. Niggas real lyrical and real competitive. Even if they not battling, they still like want to be better than the next person beside them. So it's like a real competitive city. Even with the sports, like you said, the crowd, if you doing good and you making shots and you doing what they want you to do, they like the best supportive niggas in the world. But as soon as you fuck up, they'll flip right on you. Like they don't want you fucking up. They don't want you to do bad. They want to win in that city.
Word.
So like, you know what I mean? I could be explaining it forever, but to try to sum it up and give you an idea how the vibe is out there, that's how it is.
Word. And I know you started rapping at a young age, as early as 4th grade.
Yeah.
Both of your parents were rappers.
Yeah.
And even your initials spell out bar. Like they knew what they was doing when they created some bars for real.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was the better rapper between you and your mom and your pops?
I had to say my dad. He was like, I think my mom started rapping because, you know, she was with my dad and he was in it so much.
Okay.
Like he was so caught up in the rap and doing it so much, that's probably what made her write some rhymes. So he took it more serious. He was more locked in there than my mom. So I would have to say my dad.
Word. And what was his stage name?
I don't remember, man. It's like
Okay.
he changed. It's Rockstar now. But I
Okay.
know back then,
He still be rapping?
yeah, he still be trying to rap.
Okay.
He still be.
How you feel about that? The pops still try to rap?
I mean, hopefully when I get his age, I know I'm gonna still be rhyming.
Okay.
I ain't never gonna give it up. Like long as I could think
Yeah.
and shit happening in the world, I'ma always have shit to rap about. So I just like rapping. So I'ma do it forever. So I can't blame him. And
So-
it's probably just genetically in him.
Yeah.
He just never was able to take it to the next level. But the passion is still inside of him, and that's probably why I was born with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So your grandfather was into music as well? Or your grandparents?
Yeah, but that was before rap. So it was like
Right.
different other type of musicians.
Right.
People played a few instruments in my family. You know what I mean? So come from a musical family. But my dad definitely always wanted to rap. He wanted to be the star. He wanted to be that nigga, and he was always pursuing it. And you know, trying to get it off the ground.
Right.
He actually had a record that they put out back in the day. Probably could look it up. It's called Solly or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Solly was the record. It was like a record, old school record in the city.
Right.
But he always was trying to do his thing. So I guess, like my pop, he ain't necessarily raised me. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't around him growing up. And when I figured out that I wanted to rap, I wasn't around him. I just did that on my own.
Right.
So that's crazy too, that he wanted to rap so much. He was caught up in the rap before I was born and always wanted to be a rapper, but he didn't raise me, and I turned out to be a rapper and actually be successful and be doing my thing off that shit. But he didn't play a part in that. It's not like he, like, you know, told me to rap, or I looked up to him from rapping, because I never really was around him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, by the age of 17 is when you had got the attention of Swiss Beatz?
Nah, by 17, I was in a barber shop in Philly, and I met Swiss Father.
Okay.
And he called me out to New York, and he introduced me to his brothers, which was DNY, the CEOs of Rough Riders.
Okay.
So I got my first deal with Rough Riders in a 3-man group, Larceny Family.
Right, at 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
And those was like 2 of my homies from Philly that I brought out there with me. And was like, yo, man, f it, let's try to get a deal, act like we a group. Because I was a solo artist when I went out there. But I'm like, yo, we can act like we a group. I know y'all shit, y'all know my shit. I'm going to go in there, go crazy, y'all back me up.
Right.
And they did that, and that's how we got signed as a group.
Okay.
So after the meeting, that's when we came up with the name Larceny. We made the group after we had the meeting.
Word.
And a couple weeks later after that, we got signed, and I was 17. They was a few years older than me, so they was grown already, but I was still a kid. So I had to bring my mom in to sign for me, because you can't sign a record deal if you're not old enough to sign off.
Right.
So you gotta bring your parents, they gotta sign with you. So I remember that whole incident, my lawyer, my mom, they lawyers, the whole team was there. Right. And I remember when I signed off, I was 17.
So you say you met...
But that's how I got a relationship with Swiss. You know, he was the biggest producer over at Rough Riders, or one of them. You know, they had Grease and PK, a lot of dope niggas, but he was like elevating and super nice. And once I got signed to Rough Riders, he started to elevate even more, like getting more beats out and more shit, and was lit. So he wanted to start his own production company, but he needed an artist. And I was signed to Rough Riders, battling everybody, like going around the world from city to city, going crazy. So that's how he took a liking to me. So even though I was in a 3-man group, signed to Rough Riders, he wanted me as a solo artist to start his production company. So that's how we got together. I separated from Rough Riders and got with Swiss, and then we started Full Service Records.
Word. Word.
Originally, some information that people might not know, it was originally supposed to be called Ride or Die Records. Okay. But they thought that was so similar to Rough Riders, it was going to be too connected and too tied in. So it wasn't called Ride or Die Records, and then they came up with the name Full Surface. Swiss did. Right. When he told me the name, I just was so excited that I was going, you know what I mean, be able to put some music out and have people interested in me, and that we was going to be able to get a deal. I ain't give a fuck what he called it. He could have called that shit the carpet on the ground records. I don't give a fuck what you call that shit. Let's just get to it. So when he came with Full Surface, I'm like, yo, let's get it. Yeah. And that's how we started that. So 17, Rough Riders. A few years later, separated, got with Swiss. He got he started his production company, which was Full Surface Records. And then I went and got a deal with J Records, Clive Davis. That was like my record deal. Like with Swiss and Rough Riders, that was just a production deal. But now I needed a record deal. I needed budgets, I needed money. So that's when I got a deal with J Records, Clive Davis and them. Started putting the music together and came out with my first project when I was like 21. Right. So I said that to say, like, I got signed when I was 17, but I ain't really come out with no music till I was like 21. So that's like going to college, 4 years, locking in, getting your degree before you start to be able to work. You know what I mean? Yeah. And nowadays, artists don't necessarily have to go through that. It's kind of like they just come out. Yeah. Or put stuff out, not necessarily come out with backing, but got the technology to just put stuff out before they go through artist development. So it might be stuff about them that you do like, but it might be a lot of stuff that needed to be developed. And if it was, you probably like them a whole lot more. And they stuff will last forever. Like, you know what I mean? If they went through that artist development, that's what artists used to always have to go through. But now with the technology, the check cutters thought, why go through it? We don't want to invest all this money, give out all these loans and go through developing these artists and hope they win. Right. Now with this technology, you got a song, we put it through the line, see if it work. If it don't, we move to the next nigga and we don't got to spend no more money. So I guess it's good for the business people and good for the artists if you super creative and is you went through development on your own and you need the world to hear your music, then it's good because the technology give you the opportunity to get the shit out. But if you underdeveloped and you just trying to catch a wave, it might be bad for you. And first impressions is everything. So if you was trash from the beginning, that's how you gonna stay in people's eyes. Or if you was just all right and caught a little wave, but you was like kind of, it's gonna be hard to like get out of that. So it could be beneficial if you're on your job, but kind of like, you know, a disadvantage if you're not.
Right.
But I guess it always been like that in this game. Is just you able to see more artists that's like trying to get to the top now. You know what I mean? Before you was only having the opportunity to see niggas that got an opportunity to let you see them. So if you couldn't get in these magazines like this, and we couldn't pick it up and see you on the cover or read about you, or when we turned on that video show if you wasn't on it, or the radio and we ain't hear you, it's like you ain't really exist to the majority of the audience. But now with this technology, all these websites, all these different ways you could access artists, it's like niggas able to build up their fan base in a lot of different ways.
But talk to us about battle rap. You know, that's a whole different industry. You know, that's a whole different lane. There's some guys that's great at battle rap that probably can't make a hit single. You know what I'm saying? Just like there's some guys that can make a hit single but don't know how to battle rap. Yeah. So can you give us, you know, more insight on the art of battle rap?
Yeah, two different things, man. It's like UFC and boxing. Okay. It's like all fighting. You all trying to like, y'all both probably got the same intent. Like I'm trying to hurt this nigga, or I'm trying to knock this nigga out, and I'm trying to win the fight. It's like based around the same shit, but it's different rules. Just like and one ball in the NBA. Like, you know what I mean? It's all basketball, but it's different rules and different ways you go about it and different things that's accepted in both fields. So it's like, that's how I feel like it is with battle rap and making music. You know what I mean? You gotta be competitive in both. Like, I think even the niggas that's making music is even more competitive than the battle rappers. Okay. They just do it in a different way. They might not do it with lyrics and trying to belittle you with bars. They be competitive in other ways. And that's why some of them niggas be successful. Because sometimes it just be their competitive nature, not just their skill alone. Yeah. But battle rap is based off bars, lyrics, like, you know what I mean? And there's not a lot of help from producers or stylists or like a lot of that other shit that you could use to help you as an artist don't really matter in battle rap. Just about what you could think about in your creativity off the head. And it's super competitive, and that's my favorite part about hip hop. I like people to be competitive. I want to see who the best. I ask Fred Money all the time. He'd be like, yo, I like this artist, I like this artist, I just like the song. But I don't listen to music for that. I want to know who the best at stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do this because I want to be the best. I want to be able to judge at least who's better. Like, if two people do the same thing, I want to know who does it better. I don't want everybody to do the same thing and everybody just the same. Because then there's no reason for me to want to do it or the next generation to want to do it if I can't be the best at it. Like, I like niggas that's at least trying to be. I ain't saying you're going to make it to be because there's billions of motherfuckers in the world. But if you in that direction, then that's what I respect. Right. And I feel like that's what battle rap represents. You got to try to be the best when you battle rapping, or at least better than the nigga that you battling. Yeah. And that's why I'm back in battle rap, because I don't just want dudes to be competitive with the people they battling. I want niggas to be competitive with everybody that do what you do. And that's how you going to get the best out yourself and bring the best out of other niggas from having that energy. You know what I mean?
Man, when I watch a lot of battle rap videos, man, it seems like the intent is to get under your opponent's skin, you know? So a lot of them bars be like real disrespectful. I almost think, you know, they finna fight. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But can you just take us back to Philly and tell us, man, one of the craziest rap battles you've been at, like, you know, tell us the energy, you know what I'm saying? How intense it is.
It depends on the situation. You know, I battled in all different type of places and predicaments. So sometimes it don't be as intense and as crazy, you know what I mean? You could be battling with some niggas that's like nerds, you know what I'm saying? You could be battling with some niggas that never even been to the hood that don't pose no type of threat. Okay. But they still competitive, they think they nice, they could freestyle, they trying to go crazy on you. You know what I mean? So you don't really feel like nothing could really, you know, transpire from this battle, but it's still competitive. Then you could be like a nigga's project, like, you know what I'm saying? And they got 100 niggas and you might be with a couple niggas. They got the advantage. They got more niggas to cheer. They in they hood and niggas is strapped and niggas is saying shit, screaming shit in the background and it's looking crazy out there and you still gotta rap and hold your ground. So it's like now I don't only gotta worry about my bars and being better than this nigga. I gotta worry about us, you know what I'm saying, getting out of here the right way. So it could be a lot of different pressure that come from battling, and I've been in every predicament. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think I created more intensity in battle rap. Like before I came around, it was more ciphery style. Like, you know, niggas was like being competitive, but more like in a cipher. Like, yo, you say something, you rap, then I rap, and everybody judge who they think is like better. That was more like the battling before I came, but then I made it like more direct, like more personal. Like I'm trying to hurt your feelings, like I'm trying to disrespect you, not just show you that I'm better than you. Like I already know I'm better than you. I'm about to just disrespect you, all them niggas with you. I'm gonna talk directly about you in your face. It's gonna look like something might really happen. Like, yo, this nigga, yo, it look serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I created that energy. Okay. Like, the niggas that did the forms of battle rap that came before me is what inspired me to do what I do. But I created that real competitive energy and made it street. And shit that gave me, like, inspiration to want to do that is, like, the first house party. When they was in that movie and Kid and Play, they battled each other. Like, they was homies. And that's why I liked it even more, because they was, like, homies. Like, we going to this party together, like you my team. But when it come to like, can you rap or can I rap, man, you ain't fucking with me, man. Like, and they really got busy at the party and was talking about each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it going to be me or Race Ahead? Like, they saying lines about each other, like dissing each other and they homies. So I think they like an underrated group too. And niggas be bringing up like a lot of classic hip hop shit. They don't bring them up a lot. Mm-hmm. But them niggas super inspired me. They was like battling in a movie. Like in the movie that was in the movies, they was battling. Like, and that was like the first time niggas ever seen some shit like that. This before Smack, before RBE, before all these battle leagues existed, them niggas was battling at a party in a movie. So that's the energy I like. I like to see niggas like that because we gotta see who the best, regardless if we friends or we in real life, we in a group. But we got to see who the best, and that's, I want to figure that shit out, man. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to figure out who could do shit the best, man. Video games, we got to play to see who gonna win, man. Mm-hmm. We gonna shoot the ball, see who make the most jump shots. Like, everybody could be a shooter. Anybody could pick up a gun and shoot it. Then you got some niggas that could shoot and be more accurate, probably hit more harder targets to hit. But, like, you want to know who the best shooters in the world. It's like tests that they could do to see, man, this nigga could take this gun and hit a nigga a mile and 1.2 miles away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hit him in his head, like a mile away. Like, man, this nigga, like, man, I might could hit a nigga a couple feet away. Like, I'll blow the nigga head off where that post at. But a mile away, I ain't hitting niggas like that. And it could be niggas like that that shoot like that. So technically, the nigga that can hit a nigga a mile away is better than the nigga that can only hit a nigga where that sign at. It's just like edged in stone. He a better shooter. So I want niggas to get rap like that. Like, yo, everybody could rap. Everybody could say a rap. But you the type of rapper that could only hit a nigga if he had that sign. Right. And I'm the type of rapper that could hit a nigga that's over a mile away.
And he rapping right now. If niggas not picking up what he putting down, he got me over here rapping too. This nigga. Hey, so look, so speaking of, right, now Drake just went up in the headlines saying that Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper to ever touch the microphone. Lil Wayne is an artist you've worked with before. Do you agree with that?
It's all opinionated, but I think I inspired Lil Wayne to get the type of Wayne that we got now. Okay. Like, I used to love Wayne before I came out or got with him, but he used to rap different. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I came out, a lot of niggas used to rap different. So if you're not like older and you wasn't around, you might not be familiar with what happened. But I like shifted the culture. I changed shit up when I came out with this style of punching in, being competitive and battle rapping on beat. So like I made it like mandatory where you had to say something. And once I came out with that style, a lot of niggas started to change. And so did Wayne. So when you started getting all them Carter projects and he started blacking out and really rapping.
He was blacking out.
Yeah. But you know, before that, he was still a star and had dope ass records, but he wasn't rapping. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't piecing up them syllables like that. He wasn't coming with all these metaphors and similes and trying to punch and say creative shit back to back. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but he definitely, you know, Wayne definitely one of my favorites. That's why that record we had just listening to, 6 minutes, once he started rapping like that, that's why I called him out. Like, yo, you gotta jump on this record. Yeah. Fab 2, another one of my favorites. Nigga that be piecing up syllables and always been saying shit 20 years straight. So that's why I called them out to do that record, because I fuck with them both. Yeah. But I do this, so I couldn't say Wayne is the best when I feel like I'm the best. But he's definitely one of my favorites, for sure.
Yeah. So who is the Cassidy top 5, dead or alive?
It's too many, like we just had a 50-year birthday for hip hop. So it's too many, and I think like every 5 years, it's like another time. Like, yeah, like another time, like another generation or some shit.
Well, what about your personal favorites?
So it's so many different times that inspired me for different reasons that I can't pick 5 niggas, man. There's just too many niggas. You know what I mean? And like I said, like, I don't know, that'll be hard.
Well, how about this? You got a Philly top 5?
I did that like the other day. They asked me a question like that. I just was screaming off like names that came up like the top of my head at first. But I like niggas for different reasons. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't compare Black Thought to me. Right. Like, how can I pick one of them? Like, Black Thought just been doing this shit for so long, you know what I mean, with the roots, and then spitting, lyrical, commercial songs. But he got like a whole nother fan base that's not even street niggas that he done been touching on for like generation after generation. And nigga's super nice and got a crazy fan base, and I like the nigga. But then it's like, I might not want to be in my roots bag. I might want to be like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Like, so how can I just automatically pick one of them? Or say if I did pick one of them, how can I just pick whoever I pick in that between Meek and Black Thought? Then how I'm gonna compare them to Beanie? Right. Like, how you gonna pick that? Like, how you gonna do that? Or even Beanie, like he hold a certain weight in Philly and did so much. But how you gonna pick him over Schoolie D when he came before him? He inspired Ice-T and a bunch of other gangster rappers to start doing this gangster rapper shit, which inspired all of this shit that you see nowadays. So it's like, yo, niggas don't know that B.I.G. is making his cream. Niggas always say, what the hell does that mean? B is for the women that can understand. One fly nigga became a man. Like, niggas had that on the big skit and thought that was just big, not knowing that Schoolie D. Like, gotta do your research. So because that came from Philly, how can I put him over Beanie when Beanie probably couldn't even rap like how Beanie rapped if it wasn't for what Schoolie D did already? Right. So it's like, I really know the culture, and it's like, it's too difficult to pick 5 motherfuckers, man. Like, I did records with Eve. I seen her like in the city getting busy, outside the city, You know what I mean? She known for jumping on lunch tables and going crazy and battling, and then she like super successful. Platinum records, TV shows, married a billionaire, and still carry it to this day. So how you can't pick her? Like if you wanted to go by success, you want to go by lyrics, skills, how much you can relate to the person if they talk the type of shit that's like relatable to your life and what you're going through. It's for a lot of different reasons, so. That's why I always pick myself, man. I just feel like myself, I just do everything in the categories like how I want to do it. I be talking that shit and I feel like I'm my favorite rapper, but everybody else, I like them for different reasons, and it's going to be hard to pick a top 5, period, or a top 5 in Philly. Okay. You know what I mean? It's just hard.
Do you like the current sound of Philly right now? You know, I call it booty shaking music.
Another thing too, like it's different types of music too that I don't really even think rap, but people do. Like so they'll put like Lil Uzi Vert, got like the biggest record in the world right now. Right. Bigger than all of them people that I named previous to that in Philly. He got a big record right now. I just was over in Bahrain and Dubai. They playing that record, niggas know the dance, niggas doing this all around the world. Like the shit is, he got, but it's like that rap, like can you compare that to like Freeway? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first things first, watch what you say out your mouth. Like, that's a different feeling than Lil Uzi. Like, you know what I'm saying? But niggas still gonna count that as a rapper too. So that's why it'd be difficult for me to pick. You know what I mean? But I'm just happy niggas is doing it. I like all these niggas for different reasons, man. And I'm starting to grow. Before, if you wasn't nice or you ain't had no bars, Fred would tell you, I'd just be like, man, nigga trash. I don't like niggas without bars, but now I'm like more mature. Like, so I fuck with niggas for different reasons. Like, even if you don't got bars, I'm starting to like learn why people might have a fan base for different reasons. Right. I understand it though. I mean, I always understood it. I just know that bars is the most important thing. So if you ain't have them, I ain't really fuck with you. But now I just like, I make an exception, like, yo, he don't got bars, but the nigga melodies be fire, yo. Or the nigga ain't got bars, but you hear that flow? Like, you hear how he flowing? Like, if you put some bars to that flow, that shit'd be stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or the nigga beat selection is, like, kind of crazy. Like, I be hearing, like, every time this nigga pick these type of beats, it's like the new dances that niggas doing go to the beats that he picking. Like, all the new dances niggas about to do, go to the beats this nigga pick. Like, so he's super nice. Like, or the nigga could be trash, no bars, nothing like that, but the nigga super fly. Like, the nigga dressed nice, nigga look crazy. Nigga always coming up like, you ain't see that shit that nigga just drove to the party? That shit was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the nigga trash though. But it's like, that's part of it though. You know what I'm saying? That's part of it. Some niggas like super social media'd out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Know how to answer and talk on social media. Just like super nice with that shit on every single platform possible. Like, they just like on top of that shit. So that could be another reason why they successful. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some people could be street niggas like me. So maybe if you a street nigga and you been through shit, you like fuck with me. But you could be like a different type of nigga and might take my personality wrong. Like, you might run into me and see my face like this. You might not know what that's from. It could be maybe I might need glasses and can't see good, so I'm squinting to see. Or maybe I just be thinking about some shit that just happened, like, yo, I just fucking lost my fucking ID. Or I just, like, nigga called me and said this shit was supposed to go down, I ain't got my money yet. You don't know what the fuck my face could be like this for. I could be like the nicest nigga in the world and a good nigga. Niggas mistake me wrong. I heard your song when you said you gonna do this in your song, and then I meet you and your face frown. So they can be like intimidated and don't fuck with you and think you're not a people's person. But another nigga could be trash, but he's super a people person. Like, he'll come in here and fuck with, hey, make niggas laugh and yo, what you this and that, yo, you look nice, and everybody compliment, oh my God, and everybody like, yo, this nigga, but he trash though. Like, when we go in the booth, it's trash, but everything outside of that is fire. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Which is how 95% of the rappers be nowadays.
So I'm just starting to open up a little bit more and not be so like judgmental and just focus on bars and lyrics and how dope and competitive you is. I know that it's a lot more, So I'm opening up a little bit.
Yeah. You know, when you came out, bro, you came out with a split personality, the Problem and the Hustler. And the Hustler ended up beating the Problem in the battle rap. Tell us about Cassidy the Hustler, and why is that what we still refer to you as today?
Yeah, the first personality I had was the Problem. They was calling me the Problem when I first got signed. I got in the industry and everything was like confusing, like how I thought this shit was and how I thought the niggas that was in the industry was. I thought this shit was just like the streets, cause these niggas was acting like they was street niggas that rap. So I'm like, yo, the industry gonna be just like the streets. But when you get in the industry, it's like completely different. And it's like set up for you to naturally like fall on your face and not really survive the right way. So once I start figuring that shit out, I start asking questions and having issues, and I wanna know shit, like, or I'm not just doing everything you say or do, cause it's like, I wanna know why. Like, I'm not, like, I don't got no problem. Like, a nigga, he could get up, my nigga could be like, yo, Cass, come on, let's go. let's get out of here, right? And if there's no time for me to ask questions, then we gonna get out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta get out of there first and foremost. Then you ask, yo, what happened? But I'm just talking about, it don't gotta be a situation like that. It could be like, I'ma always ask and wanna know what's going on with my career, and they don't like that. So that's how I got the name The Problem. You a problem. Like, this nigga's a problem. He always, it's like, get a reputation of being a problem. So instead of like looking at that as a bad thing, I just ran with it. So I'm Cassidy the Problem. I am a problem. Like, yeah, you're right. I'm a problem on all levels. I'm gonna be a problem like this, but I'm also a problem in the booth. I'm a problem in this battle shit. I'm a problem when you around me. Like, niggas, I'm a problem. So I start running with that. That's my first personality. But once I got in the industry, I started learning it, and even though it was up, I started figuring out ways to get money in it. I started elevating, started prospering, started succeeding and doing shit. So it's like I'm a hustler. It's like I was figuring out ways to turn this shit around. Like, even with that Rough Rider deal in the beginning I told you I was in, I was able to get out of that scot-free, get another deal with Swiss, start coming out with big business records with Ronald Osley and Baby and Snoop, Kiss, and all these legends, and I'm on a song with them. I was able to push it together like that, so it looked like I hit the lottery, and I'm just so grateful because I was able to turn shit around. So that's how I got the name The Hustler. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just making moves and putting it together and doing shit that niggas thought you couldn't do. So those was two personalities I had, and that's why I wanted them to battle each other. And I named my first album Split Personality to let niggas know I'm gonna be in that bag. I'm not gonna be one way all the time. Like, I got a lot of different bags I could jump on. So shorty right there, I could like go hold her hand and say, we could go get it cracking. You know what the heck, I could talk to her. But if a nigga bump me, I could turn around and, nigga, what the fuck, nigga? Like, I go crazy on that. Then I could turn around and tell a joke, make niggas laugh, and then ask you, yo, ask this nigga a fucking brain teaser, and had a nigga over there thinking like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I could jump in all of them bags. Mm-hmm. So why when I rap, I gotta be in one? Why when I rap, I only gotta grab her hand and do that? Or when I rap, I only gotta be like, nigga. Or when I rap, I gotta be doing brain teasers all day. It's like, nah, I wanna do all that shit, and whenever I'm ready, that's what I'm gonna do. And I knew that, so that's why I called my first album Split Personality, because I knew I was gonna be in that bag. Right. And I'm so locked in the battle rap. I wanted to battle, but I was signed, coming out with music. So I wasn't trying to battle a battle rapper that was like underground, especially at this time, there was no leagues around. And these industry niggas wasn't trying to battle me. So it's like, damn, I want to battle, I want to get busy, but there's nobody to fucking battle. So I'm just gonna battle myself. So that's why I came up with that idea, like, let my personalities battle each other on beat. Put battle rap in a song for the first time I ever heard it. And a nigga battling itself the first time I ever heard it. And it'd be some original dope shit for the culture, and it's a classic.
Now the Hustler is, like I said, that's what we know you for, you know. So you just broke down, you know, why they was calling you the Problem. Now I'm a Hustler. That was your breakthrough song. Can you tell us the concept behind it and how it all came together?
Different time periods too. Like that, the Problem was like the first album, like, you know. The Problem transforming into the Ladies Man, because I had them Ladies Man records like Hotel and Get No Better. but I was a problem. That's when I was figuring out the industry and trying to like ask questions. My second project was I'm a Hustler.
Right.
That's when I transformed. Like I got an album out already. I'm making money. I'm touring. I'm doing shit. I'm getting to it. So now this second personality, you know what I'm saying, that came out. So that's when I dropped the record I'm a Hustler, which was the first single of my second album. I wanted to do it like that because my first two singles was for the ladies. Like I said, I could grab her hand and talk to her, and that's what I did my first album. I grabbed her hand and started talking to the ladies. But like I told you, the nigga that I could turn around and be like, nigga, what? Like those niggas thought I couldn't do that. They thought I was just gonna grab hands and talk to the ladies all day. They got it confused. Then there was other niggas that was over there like, man, I know this nigga before he was grabbing ladies' hand. This nigga crazy, he get busy. This nigga out his fucking mind, man. And they like, but why he grabbing the ladies' hands and doing that then? Right. So it's like confusing to them. Like, I don't know, man. This industry shit got him different, but that nigga used to be crazy. The ladies like, well, no, we just like him like this. He gonna just do this forever. And then the other nigga that, like, it's like confusing. So that's why I wanted to come with a record like I'm a Hustler, which I felt was still commercial, still could rock in the clubs, still could get success, but feel like more how I was feeling at the time. It was like more lyrical, more street, and more represent what I really was. Like when people see me, how they feel when they around me is more like that. You know what I mean? So I wanted to let the niggas know like how I carry it too. Like the ladies felt like I made them feel in hotel and get no better. Like when I come around, that's how the ladies feel. But I needed the niggas to know like this how you feel. Like the hustler nigga acts about me. Like that's how you need to feel when I come around. So it wasn't easy to get it accomplished, but I got it accomplished, and it was a big record. So that's why a lot of people, depending on the time, like the age you is, and when you first started listening to music, some people might do know me from that Hustler record because it was a huge record.
For sure.
It was big, and it was me going like in a street direction. So, you know, ask a lady, she might know me from Hotel or something. Ask a nigga, you might know me from Hustler. You know what I mean? Then depending on the time too, like depending on when you was born and when you start liking music. Some niggas might not even been around for that Hotel and that Hustler shit. They came when I had my drink and my two-step. So all they know is, hey, I got my drink and my two-step. Like they don't really know. But I'm just happy that I was able to be around for all of them different periods of time so I could have different fans, different ages, and put in work at different points of time in my life. For sure. It's a blessing.
And 19, 20 years later, bro, you still look the same.
Thank you.
Like they say black don't crack. Yeah. You're definitely living proof of that.
Thank you, man.
So what's the secret? I see you drinking water.
Oh yeah, but
how you stay so youthful?
Not stressing, not having no regrets. Like, you know, a lot of times the success, like you doing good. Well, from the outside in, they think you doing good because they tell you that this person getting all this money. You see the nice cars, you see like the jewelry, you think they on top of the world, but you don't know what they had to do to get there. Like, you know what I mean? How many niggas they might have had to do dirty. You know what I mean? Some niggas be rats, man. They been told on niggas, sent wild niggas to jail. Some niggas was responsible for wild caskets, wild tombstones. They done got wild niggas that they homies riding for them and got them killed, sending them on dummy missions. They done robbed a lot of niggas, did a lot of niggas dirty. So to get in that position is eating them alive. They don't feel comfortable. And they got a lot to worry about. So it's like stressing them. And that's what's making them look older. And like they like dying away, man. That shit is hard. That's why when you see niggas become the president and they start learning about all this shiesty shit that go on with the country, they start aging quick. Like they look like regular, but when they running for president, they look like more youthful and energetic. As soon as they become the president, they start graying and getting old and just start looking old as shit, because that should start eating them alive. Yo, ball. Yeah, so I feel like the industry be doing the same shit. Niggas be having regrets and don't like be really they don't really be like happy with the decisions they made to get in position. So that's why they be having regrets and they be like looking old. Me, you know what I mean? I don't have no regrets. Like I feel happy. I just wake up, with a different type of energy every morning. That's how I'm able to stay looking the same.
Mm-hmm. Now, anything you working on currently or any projects coming up next? Anything you want us to be looking out for from yourself?
Yeah, man, ready to take over this shit, man. The world, man. Steady grinding. I got the best project of my life, I think. Like this new album I'm dropping, it's the best one yet.
Okay.
It's crazy, like I'm back on my shit. Battle rap is mine, so I'm about to make some more announcements with that. Trying to have like 2 battle raps this year.
Okay.
So, battle rap, music, media. I'm Mr. Podcast. That's what they call me now.
Word.
Mr. Podcast. So, you know, media shit, man. I'm outside, I'm running around, I'm back active. So, I just expect a lot.
For sure.
You know what I mean? This whole time I've been running through the machine, and even when I wasn't, I've been doing a lot of like talking about what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
I've been around for so long and I'm so legendary and niggas know what I'm capable of. So I just want everybody to know I'm back on my shit. About to go crazy. So just stay tuned. It's about to get ugly. And I'm excited, man. That's why I'm back on this run, letting people know what to expect. Like it's about to get dark. And I'm just out here to let the people know that bars is back. I've been promoting that for years, but now people starting to see it.
For sure, for sure.
You know what I mean? It's like an overdose of the other type of music. No disrespect to the other type of music, but we got plenty of music that we could dance to, plenty of music that we could zone out to, plenty of music we could vibe to. But there's not a lot of bars. Like that's why people gotta listen to like battle rap or like some like underground type of rap that hear like bars. But niggas want bars now like in your face. We want like we want like big bars. Like we want like bars to be like whoever got bars, we want him to be like that nigga successful again, and that's what the culture demanding. So once the culture start demanding shit, the business bring it to the table. So expect like all of these labels to start signing new artists that can rap. Like that last wave of music that we had for the last like 10, 12 years. It's over now. Now it's like you gotta be able to rap some type of way. And you gotta be unique, man. Niggas tired of hearing everybody sound the same. Like it's hard to get a core audience and a big fan base if they can't tell you apart. So you're starting to see like a lot of people trying to develop some like distinction from other niggas that's doing it. That was like mandatory back in the day.
Right.
But for years that was lost. And then niggas just start seeming like they was all in the same group together. But now it's back to like you starting to hear like people trying to separate themselves, use different flows, different voices.
You know, nowadays, a lot of these so-called rappers be too cool to rap. What I mean by that is, you know, the way I like to close out our interviews is by asking if you got some bars to spit for us. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these rappers be like, nah, I ain't got no bars for you. Mm-hmm. And they be too cool, like, you know?
Sure.
But I remember it was a day where like...
I don't think they be too cool. They just don't be prepared. That's all.
Yeah.
If they was prepared or they had bars on deck, they was those type of rappers. You know what I'm saying?
But back in the day,
get a different response.
Back in the day, if you called yourself a rapper, you should have some bars on deck, right? If somebody say you a rapper, spit for me, right?
Nah.
Nah?
I mean, in my predicament, yeah, me or like certain people, but it's never really been like that. Like rappers never really had unlimited clips.
Type shit.
Like they never, you could just never just. It's like, especially once it became a business and niggas started like getting out of it for the love and the culture. Like back then, that's when niggas clips was filled. Like, cause they doing it for the love. They want to go battle and they know they need to do it like that. Once it started getting like bigger business, niggas just getting in it for the bag. So there's no real money in the rapping like that. If you say like you want them to hear some bars, it's like they don't feel like there's nothing in it for them. They rather just do what they doing in their music and get their money how they getting it. So they're not putting in the work and focusing on having their clip for it, so they don't got enough raps. So when you ask them, they're not gonna be able to say it because they don't got it. Or if they do got a rap in their head, they gotta use it for this feature that they about to get paid for. Or they gotta use it for this project.
So they can't say it on
like,
the interview.
Yeah, like I got a lot to do and I don't really got that many bars.
That's a fact.
So I guess that's why you be getting them answers. And then a lot of niggas can't like freestyle off the top, like, especially when there's a lot going on, they got a lot to think about and a lot on their mind. They can't just come off the top and just start going crazy neither. Like 99% of niggas that rap can't do that. So it's probably why you get that response. Niggas like, man, nah, I ain't.
Well, you know, we're interested in hearing your response tonight. So before we get up out of here, Cassidy, you got some bars you can spit for us?
He tried to set me up, right? He tried to do the whole story about the other niggas and like, yo, Cash, you got some bars, yo.
I want to hear
We know you got unlimited clip.
Yeah, man. Yo, I told them niggas, I held Max and bagged up a PC, my mind a computer. I'm grown, so I kid you not, I ain't blind to the future. I see what's about to happen next, that's why I rap the best. Some battle rappers rather die slow and get smacked to death. My eyes low, you know how the Zaza blow. Start smoking and start choking, you gotta smack your chest. I'm not joking, who do more choking for smack than chest? To tell the truth, the roof of my coupe always act oppressed. I know Beasley and Smack is stressed, cause I don't battle for free. To book them battles with me, they had to cash a check. It's in my account, it ain't bounce. I got the cash I check. Cash only checking for niggas that got cash to bet.
Keep going. Keep going.
I got paid, I made Smack invest. The boy battle rappers at Beasley House, the girls at Smack address. I don't need no lead, cause I had success. This shit easy as taking candy from a baby in a bassinet. The coroner's got some caskets left. Get the same flowers on your grave the boy Meek Mills past the nest. Bars.
Bars. That's what's up, man. Well, Cassie, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you tonight, man. Thank you so much for coming all the way to Chicago to chat with us, bro. Can we have another round of applause? You know what I'm saying? We got Cassidy the Hustla on the couch, man. Shout out to the Beard Boss. Shout out to Word T Productions. We out.
DJ, you go crazy.